and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Come on, set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Second and 11. A hit as he throws there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
They'll set up to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 18 big yards on that one and a Miami first.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really, it took a
big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. In motion, Hill. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
Hey, close to you.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll go with the keeper. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try and sneak it here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
In motion, Hill. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, try and put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now Howell. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Off play action. Hunt. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that,
The ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a first down. We're scoreless after 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Another try after the first down sack. Howell, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Faking the handoff, Howell. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Watch out for Hill on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
On the ready. Ultra.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Punt. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Punt. Able to connect with Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Gibson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell.
And he finds McLaurin.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Hunt.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
On 1st and 10, Hunt.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half from the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right? Yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Off the play fake, Hunt. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Second and 9 now. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now back to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it wasn't, falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the key.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahan Dotson, 28 yards.
And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And space tough to come by there. It's maybe a yard to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that have been attackers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage against traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and 1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They're going to look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
They'll set up to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
There he goes, right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Operating from the gun, Hunt. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6?
And now here's another interception.
didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it and go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? Either it's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Hunt. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Hands it off out of the gun. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Oh, he sheds himself free. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to us. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had 7. And, my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receiver...
And now here's another interception. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun. Hunt under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Hunt looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.